All right, we are back with Lisa Lain in the studio. She comes each week, and this segment is just for you.
Just me. Huh?
I'd give you my entire life if I had a choice.
You already did.
Only for the last 34
Four?
years, 33 years, however long it's been. July 25th, 1987. It's a day I'll never forget.
Live in
It was a
infamy.
noon wedding. So 11 o'clock. Wasn't it 11 o'clock?
10:30, 11, something like
A
that.
morning wedding.
Yeah.
Had it wasn't a big party afterwards. We had a reception with some cake and punch, and then we took off to Hawaii. Maui. Here we come. Back in the 80s, Maui was, well, that was the cheaper island to go to because it wasn't built out yet. So honeymooned there for a month, or for a week.
Month?
I wish.
Just felt like a month.
No, it was a great
kidding.
honeymoon. What are you kidding me?
Just kidding.
Day 2, we went out on the
I
beach,
think it was day 1.
and the sun in Hawaii is intense. We're mountain folks. We didn't think this is like pre-sunblock. This is like there was sunblock like number 4 back in the 80s. So and we got roasted. Couldn't touch each other.
Yeah, it was kind of cloudy.
Yeah,
Yes,
we
yes.
thought, we'll be
So
fine.
we thought, oh, we're fine. We'll just lay on the beach, and
we
yeah.
weren't fine. I couldn't touch my bride for like a month.
it was to the point I was actually blistered. It
Yeah.
was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind
If
of-
I had to do it over again,
Sunblock. Lots and lots.
I'd go with you. I'd go to the same spot. I'd lay on that beach, and I would have lots of sunblock 100 or something. It'd be
Mhm.
better.
Yes.
Anyway.
We've learned the older we get, the more sunblock we put on.
We're pretty much, yeah. We love sunblock. In fact, I smell it in the room in the studio right now. Yeah. Anyway, this segment's all about you. Just what are you seeing in the gardens? Just what's going on? So share with us, impart knowledge. May we be smarter by the time we get hit the stop record button.
Well, we can count on it, but we'll try.
Okay.
So I was out perusing the nursery yard, walking through, and I happened to walk by the ornamental plums, the KV plums, and I noticed, oh my goodness, they are starting to bloom. Very, very pretty. So I was very surprised. That means spring is here. Oh, and I also know I always think of this every year because our neighbor across the street from us has a winter jasmine,
Yeah.
and that is in full bloom.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Up in Eagle Ridge, that area.
Mhm.
So spring, I mean, the forsythia just popped open like yesterday. They are in
Yeah.
full bloom. I mean, things are going right now. I mean,
Right.
it's this is the leading edge.
Mhm.
Your summer things, they don't
Ah.
care for this kind of weather. The crepe
They're-
myrtles, they'll be a month and a half before they wake up.
At least,
But the
yeah.
spring things,
Mhm.
they love this time of year.
Right. So seeing the KV plums made me think of spring blooming trees. So I thought we
Perfect.
would talk about those.
Yeah. I love
So I already mentioned the KV plum, which is a really one of the first ones to bloom in the spring. Light pink blossom, but it has a beautiful purple foliage to it.
it. Yeah.
So it's a nice tree if you have a lot of green in your yard and nothing but green and sticks. The purple is a really nice contrast to a lot of that green bushy stuff in the yard.
I think it looks great against the native blue kind of stuff. So the emery oaks and the
That's true.
manzanitas and the junipers,
Mhm.
it's a good contrast, and purple goes with those Arizona blues really well.
Only a man would say that, but yes.
Oh, okay.
Purple and blue together.
God did issue me 7 crayons in my color box. I didn't get the 64 you got, but I know how to use them.
Right. But it nice tree for our landscape. It's 18 to 20 by 18 to 20. So
Yeah.
it's not going to get overly huge, not going to take over your yard. It is a wonderful tree that almost naturalizes itself here, not overly thirsty. There's not a lot of insect. It does get some shot holes sometimes, but there's
Yeah,
ways
no
to
one
work
sees
on
that.
that.
Yeah.
Right. So really nice tree for here if you're looking for an easy care spring blooming tree. And it does have a cousin called the thundercloud plum.
I want to make a thundering noise right now. Maybe
Did
I
you
should do
see
that.
how that looked?
We are doing this on video too. So, okay. The folks on Twitter and Instagram, they'll love that.
I'm not sure I'd do that again, but okay. So the thundercloud, my opinion, they're very, very similar. You were saying it has more of a fall color. to it, a little more coppery fall look
Yeah.
before it loses its leaves.
I
for
think
the
it's the
winter
better of
time.
the two trees. If I were to plant one in my own yard, I'd go thundercloud. If I couldn't find those, I would KV plum. It'd be fine. It'd be about
Yeah.
the same.
I don't think there's a whole lot of my
I
opinion.
think the thundercloud has a prettier purple. How about
Okay.
that?
Works for me. All right. And then we also have red buds. So red buds are those trees that are going to bloom pretty close after the ornamental plums bloom. And one are, because I was doing a bit of research on them, trying to find the different varieties. And one article said they are a pink firework out in the yard. And I
Ooh,
thought,
that's
well,
good.
that's a really good description for
Yeah.
them, because the pink is, it's not a soft pink. It is a very dynamic, very bright
Fluorescent. Not quite
fluorescent.
fluorescent. It's a darn close. It's very bright. You'll
Mhm.
notice it. It's probably 3 shades brighter than a KV plum.
Mhm.
The foliage isn't purple. It's green, but
Right.
mostly. Continue. I don't want to steal your thundercloud.
So the foliage, so pink, bright pink blossom, beautiful, beautiful. The foliage shape of the leaf tends to be a heart-shaped leaf, very
Yeah,
pretty heart
yeah.
shape. Most of them are green, but there are a couple that have more of a purpley, burgundy leaf to them. So the forest pansy it gets a little darker purple leaf to it. It's probably going to get, what would you say, 20?
Optimistically 20, really high
Okay.
teens size wise.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's a short tree.
Right. So another one that fits nicely into the landscapes, gives you that purple leaf. It has a friend called Merlot.
Ooh, a friend. The trees have friends
Of
now.
course they have friends. But the Merlot is smaller, so 12 to 15 feet tall and wide. Has probably a darker leaf to it. I would say more of a Merlot,
Yeah.
but very, very pretty. And it's actually, the research I was doing on it, it's actually a cross between a white redbud
Oh,
and a forest pansy.
really? I have no
Yeah.
idea.
I didn't
Forest
either.
pansy, I always think of as it's got purple foliage. The new
Mhm.
growth is purple. Fall color is purple. It's got purple. It's not quite as purple as purple leaf plum, but it's definitely
It's
purple.
purple.
The Merlot, it looks like you picked off a green leaf and dipped it in red wine.
Mhm.
That it has that kind of drippy, purpley color to it. It's quite striking.
Right.
The newer introduction is a Merlot. That one we've
Right,
sold
it's
for a
newer.
couple of years. Forest pansy we've had for a decade.
Right.
Almost, I'm getting bored with it. Give me
Ah,
something new.
Well, Merlot.
Yeah.
Okay. So smaller. So perfect for that. Another smaller red bud, but has the green leaves, is the Avondale.
Oh yeah.
So the Avondale, there again, it's going to get that 12 to 15 feet tall. Those smaller trees, I think you could easily grow in containers if you wanted
any
to.
one of them really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and great for raised beds as well, just because they're a little bit smaller. But the Avondale, still bright pink blossom, beautiful green leaf, but just a little bit smaller.
Yeah.